Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As Porter, Roxbury does have parking permits in some areas. So what they're doing now, they're just pouring concrete after they did the sidewalks and the ramps over. So they'll be pouring some concrete up here shortly. That's one of the finished products. It's half her anyway.
Detail.
Good morning, ma'am. We have 2 days on 427. 2 days
So you get to see what they're doing here. Doing the sidewalks over, making them ADA compliant. I heard that the city of Boston had did them all wrong the first time, so every single one has to be done over the correct way. And that's a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time put in, but somebody's got to do it. That's what they're doing. We're doing them all over. But you guys know we're at Lambert Ave and Millmont Street in Roxbury, if you're not sure that area, behind the old Bartlett Tea station. I'm gonna show you more video of that in a second. Lambert Ave. That church been around for quite some time now. You've probably seen that church before. But this is the thing you probably haven't seen. If I turn my back this way and look at Guile Street and Lambert Ave going down, this is what I'm facing this direction. This used to be the old Bartlett Tea station. Had trees, woods up in this area. It's since now been taken all down. You see a lot of construction, a lot of development down there. Walkways are being done up here. They opened up the street wider. If you guys noticed that, add another 10 feet onto the street. And to give you an idea where the street used to be, look where the telephone utility poles are. That's where the sidewalk used to be at. Oh, this was kind of the wooded area they kind of filled in now. I might have done a video of that. I don't remember, but if it is, it's a very old video. So you get down here, I guess this is probably the shoulder where you can physically park your vehicles on the side right here, in between the two bump outs. It goes all the way down, so you can kind of get an idea what they're doing. You can't drive all the way down there, but you can walk down there for the most part. So that pole is kind of like part of the, instead of moving the pole, which probably would have been a pain, they just went around the, I don't know if that they can't even do that though. That pole's too close to the curb. You're not even supposed to do that. That's not the, yeah, the engineers should look at a lot. They should look at that a little bit better. That pole should not be that close to the curb for numerous reasons. Trucks can hit the sign, hit the pole. Now these big trucks, when they come down the street, they don't stay straight on the road. They kind of slant at an angle. Those big, you see those big trucks that come down here. This pole here, I guess they're gonna move it. They got an X on it, so they're probably gonna move it to one of these poles right there. That's a lot of work too. A lot of money being spent to move utility poles over one. You can probably move the other pole down here too. Just gonna give you all the idea of what's going on in the city. And some of y'all never will see this, don't know what's happening, have no idea what's happening, won't notice it until you get down here and say what happened. So kind of give you first-hand knowledge of what's taking place. This is Norfolk Street that runs out to Highland Street. We're at Highland and Lambert Ave. You guys should know where that's at. And this is where Lambert dumps into Bartlett Street. I believe that's Bartlett Street. So a lot of people want to know where their taxpaying dollars is going to. So this project is not a cheap project. And I don't know who approved of the project, but somebody approved of it. It's always someone who's approval. I assume that's going to be a driveway entrance right there. It's already in the specs. Oh, that's freshly poured concrete up there.
That's on the street level, right out front of the bus terminal on Atlantic Ave.
They can give us some better street lightings if they're going to spend all that money. And I'll be doing a video on this soon too. See how these roads look like this? All throughout the city of Boston, roads haven't been done in the last 4 years, like paved correctly. They patched them up. They try to resurface them using a substandard asphalt. But you see how these roads look like this? At this point, this road should be technically dug up and done over. Now this is a prime example to see what the thickness is on here. I was told the roads like this supposed to be 6 inches thick or more. That doesn't look like it's 6 inches thick. Matter of fact, that's not 6 inches at all. That's not 6 inches. That's the reason why the road is crumbling. That's not 6 inches. If you're not doing 6 inches, we got 2 inches right there, so that's not 6 inches at all. Even on the better part of the road, you got about 3 inches. So the 6 inches means the city of Boston is skimming on the asphalt. They're not really putting the correct amount of asphalt down. Gentleman that works for a company, I'm not going to say the name, he's been doing it for over quite some time. He said 3 inches in the parking lot, 6 inches on a regular road, 12 inches on the expressway. And I asked him why he doesn't work for the city of Boston. And the answer he gave me is because they're too cheap. They don't want to pay the money. So, that may be true, that may not be true. But if they're skimming on the asphalt, what else are they skimming on?
Yeah, we want to choose you the other.
This asphalt is not even close to 6 inches. I see one of these construction guys know the answer to that, but I think I already know the answer. I just want to see what they say. Yeah, that's not 6 inches of asphalt. In order to get a nice even surface, you gotta have at least 6 inches of asphalt on the street. Otherwise, it's gonna buckle as you ride over it.
Open up St. James Street, and we have the 432 and the 411 standing by out of the crime scene.
Yeah, I don't. I'm asking this gentleman. I don't know if you know the answer or not. Maybe you do, or maybe you don't. What's the thickness the asphalt supposed to be on a city street? One more inch. It's supposed to be 6. 6 inches. It's 6 inches. I talked to a professional. I know the city of Boston hasn't been doing that. They don't do 6. They do 4.5 and 5. But they're not doing that exactly 6. I know you don't know. I'm not gonna say. I hear you, buddy. All right. He was closer. He said 5, but it's actually 6. Sometimes I already know the answer before I ask the question. But you're gonna test people's knowledge and see what they say too. But if these guys work in that field, they should know. Or maybe they don't. Maybe he wouldn't know. Only the person calling for the specs would know. A lot of people don't want to speak on it, but the city of Boston has been skimming the taxpaying dollars on a lot of different things when it comes to services and resurfacing the roads and a lot of other stuff too, fixing our parks. There's a lot of stuff the city of Boston the last couple of years have been skimming money off the top. And I don't know why they do that, but they do. Hey, what's up, how you doing?
Just staying out of the work zone.
A hard hat? Watch your back. Watch, he's calling you. Let me head out. I'm headed out of your way, guys. Don't work too hard, man. They're gonna be digging up all this asphalt. Changing the ramps over. Probably fix that. Dig around that pole. I'm headed about here. Just want to show you guys what I see. A new landscape for Lambert Ave area. And see, there is no oversight because there's nobody out here checking to see if it's done the correct way. You see how bad these roads are? This is a side road. But you try to go down Blue Hill Ave, any part of it, and it's horrible. Just as bad or maybe worse as this. I mean, there's so many roads in the city of Boston that has been neglected over the past 4 years. And they blame it on the prior mayor. Well, it was this mayor. We went through the hands of 3 mayors and neither one of them tried to get it right. And they won't get it right because they're not built for that kind of stuff. You know, you come in the office to politic, you don't come in the office to clean up your city streets. And that's a prime example of it right here. This reflects leadership. No, roads like this reflect leadership. You got time to do this, not a problem. But fixing this, big problem. And you would think that at the same time they're doing this, they'd be ripping all this up and do it over. If you come back and you see a patch job on the side here and this ain't ripped up, that's a major problem. What I do is I do a video after they're done. If this side of the road is not, I'm documenting it now. If it's not done over, so it should be took over all the way to that curb right there. Rip this whole thing up and do it over. Do it over the right way. Stop skimming the taxpaying citizens. Probably do these ramps over too. They should be in the specs if they're doing ramps over. You guys can see all that crumbling of the asphalt. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. The asphalt's crumbling away. Same as over here. You might as well fix all that while you're at it, right? Look at the road here. Look how horrible that is. This is beyond patching. Way beyond patching.
A medical assist, 20 Cheriton Road, West Roxbury. Engine 55, a medical assist, 20 Cheriton Road, West Roxbury. Nearest box 298 Washington and Grove Street.
I get the whole road is pretty much need to be done over. Cause this is horrible. Very bad. Yeah, this is pretty rough. I think it needs to be done over completely. Rip it all the way to the dirt, grade it all down, and resurface it the right way. Yeah, whenever they see this many cracks in the road, I'm not sure if that truck know where he's going. Maybe not. Alright guys, this is what you get to see. All the construction taking place in the city. Like I said, this stuff is not even close to the thickness it should be. If you look at the thickness of this, it's nowhere near the 6 inches that it calls for. And then when you layer it like that. It's even worse because you have a layer between the layer. It's not a. It should be a solid 6 all the way through. If you get 2 layers of 3, that's not really a. Even though you could probably do it that way, but you got to bond it real good. Really get to see them putting concrete down firsthand.
Engine 39.
What's up, buddy?
Okay, being a 4-year-old female with chest pain.
They even have a female worker, so it's equal opportunity working program.
Harry, welcome. 103. 103, but... Sorry, is there a status in the email?
I think these 2 guys got the hardest work right here. They got to get on their hands and knees and do it. It's a little harder to really get in there and do it the right way. Alright guys, we had about it. This pouring concrete. Alright guys, catch you on the next one. Put it in drive, she said. So all this is newly poured concrete as well. So they kind of did. That's one good thing they did over the years. Well, this is part of trying to make their neighbors happy too. Putting new concrete on the sidewalks. That's what we have so far, guys. They went all the way down with it. I'm not gonna walk all the way down there, but you guys get the legits. Took all the grass and dirt and rubble that was in here. All kind of stuff was in here, so they took all that out of here. They might make the parking lot bigger, who knows? But that's what they got. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. And there's Porter.